All right, we're back again. I hope the brightness continues. I don't know what's wrong with my phone. It's being stupid, but we're back again. What was I saying? Yeah, my phone, the brightness keeps turning itself down, and I hope that doesn't continue. Um, because I don't like that. I was just saying, my phone's been acting a little funny, and I hope that I don't have to get a new one anytime soon because I haven't had this phone for very long. I've only had this phone for like a couple of years now. It's not been that long. But that's what these companies do is they fuck you, right? They will deliberately make your phone act up on purpose so that they force you to go buy another one, to buy the newest model, right? Because this is an Android. This is a Pixel 9, or I'm sorry, not a Pixel 9. This is a Pixel 6a. The 9a, I think, just dropped. And so my phone is, out of date. But it works just fine. It works just fine. It's fine. And that's what I'm here to talk to you about today. People, Americans, spend money they don't have on shit they don't need to impress people that they don't even really like that much. Or people they don't even know. It's like, why? It's like people, and no disrespect to people who buy designer clothing, but it's like, why do you care so much about impressing people that you don't even really like that much in the first place? You can do bad. You can really do bad at Goodwill or at the fucking thrift store if you know what to look for. If you know what to look for, you can get a cheap ass outfit that looks good, and people won't know the difference. But people have too much pride, and they're like, oh, I don't want to look like a bum and shop at Goodwill. It's like, who gives a fuck? Who cares? You know? I'll tell people, like, they'll be like, where did you get this shirt? Walmart. Oh, Walmart. Like, yeah, Walmart. The fuck? Now, granted, Walmart's fucking evil. I used to work for Walmart years ago. It was my first job. Terrible place to work. Every single person that works for Walmart is completely fucking miserable. All of them. Because they're evil. They're an evil corporation. They just are. They are the devil. But anyway, that's not what this video is about. I may do a video about how much I hate Walmart, but not right now. This video is about me asking a simple question. Why do you feel like you need to impress people? I impress myself every time I look in the mirror. I look at myself in the mirror and I'm like, damn, how is he this fine? Like, how am I this bad? Like, it's one thing to be like moderately attractive, but like I'm extremely attractive. And it's overwhelming sometimes. Sometimes it actually hurts to look at myself sometimes because I'm just like, damn, he's fine. He's so hot. I turn myself on. I'll be looking at myself in the mirror and just start touching myself, looking at myself. That's how hot I am. Make no mistake, if I could make a clone of myself, I would 100% have sex with him. Like, absolutely. It's a fucking no-brainer. Like, but that'd be like fucking your twin brother. Not really. It would just be masturbation. I can't believe I'm going to put this on the internet. But I am. Anyway, I digress, right? It's helpful to have your own original swag. And I hate even using that word because it's outdated or whatever, but like, you know, words can make a comeback. Because I think they used to use the word lit back in the 60s. I think it originated in the 60s, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm wrong, somebody please correct me in the comments below. But I'm pretty sure it was in the 60s that they used that word. Like, we're getting lit tonight, you know? We're going to get lit, bro. I'm pretty sure they said that back in like the 60s and 70s. And then, of course, I don't know if it was my generation or the generation shortly after mine. That actually, I think it was my generation that started using that word. And then it made a comeback, and my phone's about to fall again, I think. Maybe not. the word started to make a comeback. And, you know, now it's back. Although people don't really use it much anymore. I feel like people are going to start using that word again. I don't think anybody really uses the word lit anymore. I think the word is going to make a comeback. Like soon, maybe. I don't know. Maybe it won't. We'll come up with new words. We always come up with new words. Because I'm pretty sure Gen Alpha, that would be my nephew's generation. Because my nephews are like 12 and 9, I think. I don't know. I don't know how old they are now, but they're getting up there. They're in preteen age now, which makes me feel old. But Gen Alpha, I'm pretty sure that's Gen Alpha, if I'm not mistaken. They came up with the term mewing. I was like, mewing? What the fuck is a mew? Like, what? I had to look it up. I felt old. I felt like an old man. I had to look up that term because I didn't know what the fuck it meant. Usually I'm pretty hip to, pretty early to the party when it comes to this new terminology, but I felt like an old man. I felt behind the curve. I was like, what the fuck is mewing? It was like, so then I started doing it, I'm not sure where I was going with all of this shit, honestly. What were we even talking about? We were talking about something. I was talking about like, oh yeah, your need to impress people, you know. The only time I ever try to impress anybody is if I want to have sex with them. Not even then, to be honest. I don't really know how to flirt. If y'all could give me some tips in the comments down below on how to flirt. My definition of flirting and how I'm flirting is I'm just an asshole. Like, I'm just like a sarcastic asshole. And sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't. But I don't really know how to flirt like a regular person. My idea of flirting is like, being an asshole. So I need help. My autistic brain is, sometimes, autistic. And you see what I mean? Like, I'm not afraid to admit that on camera, and I'm not afraid to be vulnerable for you all by telling you that, like, I'm, my autisms, I'm not worried about my image at all, clearly. And I'm just telling all of you that neither should you be. The birds are chirping. As always, if you enjoyed this video and you enjoyed my ramblings, be sure to hit the like button and share and comment and subscribe and all of that stuff. And if you did not, kiss my ass and eat it while you're at it. And I will see you all again in the next video. Peace, love, and light.